questions.
You know, I thought our kids had the right demeanor from the beginning, defensively, and they understood they'd have to guard that team all night because they put, at times, 5 guys on the court that can all shoot threes. They go small, and I'll tell you, I thought our bigs did a great job, and I'll tell you who had a really good game, in my opinion, off the bench was Julian. He really came in and gave Ty good minutes when Ty needed to come out. And those are big plays. And it was great to have Gabe Snyder back tonight. He didn't score, but he had good minutes when he was in there and did a great job. And, again, you notice what Dikembe does. You notice what Ty does. Ty was just a force down there defensively, and a great team effort out of the guys.
Coach, talk about Ty's defense on Corunna overall.
Well, he did a good job of, one thing we've talked about with Ty is sometimes he backs away instead of holding his ground, and I thought tonight he held his ground, and then when he turned to shoot, he could still block the shot because he wasn't moving backwards. And the coaches have done a great job of helping him get better at that. And, and then he timed it up good. And, and I think our perimeter guys did a good job of at times doubling, at times not doubling, and it kind of kept him off balance too. But again, they've got a really good team, and I think, our guys did a great job. My coaches did a great job on the bench. They had great suggestions. And, I think maybe the basket of the game was when they were going to jump zone like everybody does on us, and Dikembe buries the 3, and it was kind of like, I'm not sure they believed they could stay in it. And it was a fun college basketball game.
Outside of the turnovers, assess Dikembe's performance tonight all around.
Well, and again, I'm probably the only coach in the country that'll take a 6'7" guy and say, hey, be the point guard. And eventually that's what he'll be. And, some of the turnovers, he's just got to see it, but he hasn't experienced it. When he really can see it, then we're going to be dangerous because he'll find those open guys. And you know what, he had some turnovers, but he made some great passes to the bigs early. We got Ty going early, and so, again, I live with him, and he'll get better at that.
They're one of the best three-point shooting teams in the conference. We held them 6 of 26 tonight. What was the key to that?
Well, I think our guys did a good job of, when they were late, flying, making sure there was still a contested shot. If you study the NBA, that's all they talk about in the NBA, contested shots. A team as good as those guys are at that level, when you contest, it changes the shot. And even late there, they had a couple looks and our guys went flying, and then our guys did a good job of staying at home when they should, and did a great job of chasing the screens and never really giving them a wide open look.
You go down the score sheet and you see guys like Kolawole and Young, while their stats don't really stick out, they made some nice, small plays to keep you guys going. Kolawole had a couple of good plays on defense. Young had a nice steal, and he got a beautiful pass from Kolawole on that dunk.
Yeah, no, that's why I say it was a great team effort. And again, when those guys, it's kind of a proven thing with this team. When we get more out of all our guys, we're hard to play against, because if you want to take 3 guys and try to guard Dikembe, well, then somebody's going to get a wide open shot. And so, again, like I said, it was a great team effort. And Nigel stepped up and made those free throws at the end when he needed to, and that gave us a 6-point lead. And then I thought our guys did a great job of not letting them get a quick 3. And by the time they could get a shot, the game was over, and that's a credit to them.
This may not totally matter to you, but as of now, you guys are actually no longer be the number 10 seed in the Rising Tournament of being ended today. I mean, just even though there's a lot of basketball left to be played, what does that say about the team's improvement that you guys, after people kind of left you for dead, are starting to climb up the standings?
Well, and I've said this before, and you know, one thing I've tried to keep this group of young men focused on is just, we're going to get better. And, you know, I know people sometimes read what I say and take what I say like, well, you know, the process. But you know what? It doesn't surprise you guys when I look at it and go, well, we're 2-1 in the second half. You know, you can look at it and go, well, you're 2-10, coach. Or you can look at it and go, we're 2-1. And it's however you choose to look at it. I've chose to look at it that way because I know where we're at in this process. And again, their challenge is, can you keep that energy? Can you keep that enthusiasm you had? I love it when I can go in a timeout and they're talking so much, I don't need to say anything. They're talking about the game. They're talking about what's going on. Then you know they're all engaged. Now, I don't know if it's always right, but I'd rather have engaged and having to tell them, no, quiet, we need to run this. But, you know, I just enjoy watching this group because the pieces are starting to come together. And again, that's why it's a long season. And, you know, our chance to play beyond is completely still on us. And that's how we're going to keep approaching every day.
Thanks, Coach.